Hi, and welcome to this presentation of autoSCORE, the first AI-based system capable of comprehensive EEG interpretation at par with the human experts. My name is Harald Aurlien. I'm a clinical neurophysiologist and neurologist, and I'm working every second week as a neurophysiology consultant at the Haukeland University Hospital in Bergen, Norway, and every second week as the Chief Medical Officer of Holberg EEG, who has developed autoSCORE. This development has been accomplished through an academic collaboration with my dear friend through many years, Shandur Beniski. We are proud to announce that autoSCORE is now integrated with NeuroWorks 10. So why do we need autoSCORE? EEG is the primary tool used in diagnostic workup of patients with suspected epilepsy. However, most of EEGs are assessed by physicians without fellowship in EEG interpretation. This might be one of the reasons for misinterpretation of EEG, which is the most common cause of epilepsy misdiagnosis. And furthermore, the workload for these physicians is often challenging. Until now, no comprehensive automated interpretation for routine EEG has been available on the market. Our aim and belief are that autoSCORE can significantly assist EEG professionals in their daily routine by addressing these challenges. So, what does autoSCORE actually do? autoSCORE is a decision support system. I like to think of it as a colleague of mine, always looking over my shoulder, and to whom I can always discuss the EEG interpretations with. You will still be in charge of the results of your EEG reports, but autoSCORE is designed to assist you effectively report your EEGs with high quality. Using autoSCORE, you will get the results at two levels. Included into the study list, you will see the overall results from each recording. You will see if the recording is normal or abnormal, and if it's abnormal, then you will also see the type of abnormality the recording includes. These are focal epileptiform, generalized epileptiform, focal non-epileptiform, and diffuse non-epileptiform abnormalities. And linked to each of these outputs, you will see a percentage probability indicating the confidence level of autoSCORE. Identifying the presence of epileptiform activity in EEG is crucial for diagnosing epilepsy, and the differentiation between focal and generalized epileptiform discharges helps in selecting the most effective anti-seizure medication. Additionally, distinguishing between focal and diffuse non-epileptiform EEG abnormalities might guide further diagnostic steps. For local abnormalities, neuroimaging might be required, while diffuse abnormalities might necessitate a search for systematic etiologies. So this granularity in classifying abnormal EEGs provides essential input to make informed clinical decisions. When you open the EEG recording, including abnormalities, then you will see markers inserted into the EEG indicating presence of the different abnormality types. These markers are also linked to probabilities so that you can sort the markers to easily navigate to the most relevant parts of the EEG. You can also set up your system to see a timeline of the whole study where all the markers are plotted, showing the distribution of the abnormalities throughout the recording. All of this is designed for transparency so that you can easily see if you agree or not with the autoscore output. The development and validation of the SCORE AI model is documented in the publication Automated Interpretation of Clinical Electroencephalograms Using Artificial Intelligence in JAMA Neurology last summer. And we were proud that it was also linked to a tutorial defining SCORE AI as the new era of automated electroencephalogram interpretation. SCORE AI was developed using a deep learning model and trained on the world's largest dataset of over 30,000 expertly labeled full EEG recordings. And as mentioned, SCORE AI is now implemented into NeuroWorks 10 as autoSCORE. autoSCORE is extensively validated in multiple ways. As a part of this validation, we performed a large multi-center clinical validation study, which, to our knowledge, is the largest inter-rater agreement study on full EEGs ever done. And these experts were very good, actually, and the agreement among them was better than previously published. So using their consensus as a reference standard was a hard competition. However, the results show that the agreement between SCORE AI and the majority consensus of these human experts was similar to or better than the agreement among human experts for all aspects. And there was no significant difference in the overall diagnostic accuracy between human experts and autoSCORE. So let's now look into how autoSCORE is integrated into NeuroWorks 10. Here you see if the EEG is interpreted as normal in green or abnormal in red. In addition, we will also see linked to all the autoSCORE assessments a percentage indicating the confidence level of autoSCORE. And if the EEG is assessed as abnormal, you will also see the abnormality types that autoSCORE assesses that this EEG includes. So now let's take a look at this EEG. This is abnormal, and it includes both non-epileptiform abnormality, focal and diffuse, and also focal epileptiform abnormality. So let's open this EEG and also see how autoSCORE has inserted markers into the EEG so that you can yourself assess if you agree or not. Here you see a timeline where the abnormalities are plotted. And here the non-epileptiform abnormalities are distributed throughout the whole recording, while the focal epileptiform abnormalities are only a few and scattered throughout the recording. Let's now first look into the focal non-epileptiform abnormalities, and I would highly recommend that you sort them according to descending probabilities. Thereby, you will most probably see the most relevant markers at the top. Furthermore, I would recommend that you drag this cursor to the left part of the screen, and thereby when you navigate to this marker, the start of the markers would come into this position. Now I have navigated to the first focal non-epileptiform abnormality, and you can see here in this right frontal temporal area this slow activity. And you navigate to the other markers like this. Okay, now let's move on to the diffuse non-epileptiform abnormalities. I can then go to the bipolar montage, and this abnormality is caused by slow posterior dominant rhythm. So I can check this here. So here you see a posterior dominant rhythm of about 7 Hz. Let's finally look into the focal epileptiform activity. I first select the common average and navigate to the first example like this. And I can see the focal epileptiform activity in the right frontotemporal area. You might often experience that markers with lower probabilities are less evident than the ones with higher probabilities, like here and especially here, compared to here with high probability. This concludes this presentation of autoSCORE. So good luck with auto-scoring your EEGs.